Oh my goodness, Happy New Year, friends. It is 2024. Hard to believe it. I feel like December kind of came and went in a flash. So many holidays and then the New Year's, and here we are in January. And something that's been on my radar for quite some time is dry January. I know quite a few people who every year this month that they not only try to eat healthier, but they think of their whole their whole body, and they're actually taking a break from any alcoholic beverages as well. So I decided this year that I was definitely going to do that. And I thought I wanted to kind of see some of the benefits and save the calories. And I don't know about you, but for me, after a month of celebrating, I'm just like, I'm craving vegetables, I'm craving healthier foods. So I'm Philly, welcome to my kitchen. And tonight we're gonna be trying some mocktails. So with dry January, it's a great time to kind of explore some different ways to fix beverages. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a water girl. I think growing up, my biggest or my most popular beverage was milk, to be honest. I'm that generation, right? We just had milk with all the meals. And finally in college, when the freshman 15 caught up to me, I decided that I could save the calories by not having the milk. So I switched to water, and that kind of stuck. So I drink water all day long. I am a big proponent of all the benefits that water gives us. And in any event, that's my usual beverage. And I generally do not like my beverages to have calories, except for if it's wine, and occasionally beer, and occasionally some cocktails. But yeah, so other than that, so this is kind of a new concept for me because typically I've only had any calories, again, if it was something alcoholic. But I'm gonna try some because, some of what happens with all of us is it becomes habitual to the effect that, we're going out to dinner and we're used to ordering a cocktail. And so a lot of places here in Philly actually now have mocktails on the menu, and that's been happening. I've been noticing that for the past few years. So I don't know if that's what you're noticing too. So please down below, let me know if you're doing dry January. And if you've ever done it, maybe you're not doing it this year, but you did it last year. And please, hey Barb, how are you? Happy New Year to you. So yes, Barb, well, I know not everyone, there's some people that don't have any alcoholic beverages ever, so they have dry years every year, and that is wonderful. And what's nice is that just like in our food industry, so many things have changed and amplified, lots of other different kinds of foods and lifestyles with foods. The dry January, I think, has also imparted this movement of enjoying some beverages that don't have alcohol in them. And what I've been noticing too, because I kind of always thought, well, it's just going to have like a lot of calories, it just won't have alcohol in it. But I've actually, in the research I've been doing, I found that there's a couple of spirits. I didn't buy any for these tonight. These are truly just, naturally non-alcoholic beverages. But I did find out that there's a couple that not only do they not have the alcohol, but they actually don't have the calories either, which that is a gift, right? But that will not be tonight. Tonight I have found 4 creations, and one I already tried, so I'm going to do a little spin on it tonight, that I just thought sounded really appetizing, sounded delicious, and sounded like they might be nice to either have at a cocktail party, or before a nice dinner or something like that, or just when you're feeling special, right? Because we should all treat ourselves. Wonderful. Oh my gosh, so you're a January birthday. My dad's a January birthday also, so that is awesome. And I know wine is probably what I'll miss the most this month because, as a lot of you know, I like to actually just have a glass of wine when I'm cooking. Like, that is one of my favorite times to have wine, but I'm going to, I'm not going to beat myself up about, but that's my plan. My plan is to just take this month off, save some calories, but I did want to explore a couple of things if I was feeling fancy. So let's dig right in. Let me tell you a little bit about the cocktails they're not cocktails, the mocktails we're going to be trying tonight. So the first one I saw from Anders Ericsson, who is a great bartender, and he did a video last year about mocktails. And the one that caught my eye was one that's called a Little Thyme Off and involves lemon juice, thyme simple syrup, and ginger beer. So that's the first one we're going to try. Then we're going to do an apple cider mocktail, which is one I actually had last night because I was feeling fancy last night. And so I tried the version that they have here, which is fresh ginger, apple cider, and some ginger beer. And I'm going to actually try it with another kind of ginger beer that I saw at the store when preparing for this. So I'm going to try the other one. Now, I will say, full disclaimer, and I don't know about ginger beer, but I think it might be too. One of the things I'm going to be using in one of the other mocktails, which is kombucha, that actually has a slight amount of alcohol in it that's naturally occurring. It's considered non-alcoholic, just not zero alcohol. And I wonder if ginger beer might be the same. I don't recall. So it's considered non-alcoholic, but not zero. So that I'm not sure about with ginger beer. I know ginger beer is non-alcoholic, but I'm not sure about that part. But in any event, so those are the first two ones I'm going to be mixing. And then the next two ones, I'll be mixing, oh, this one I'm really excited about. It's a Blackberry maple mojito. I love a mojito in the summer. I know it's not summer, but this one caught my eye, especially with the maple syrup. So I'm going to be making that. And then the last one will be, and Hubs just got home, will be a Grapefruit-Ginger Kombucha mocktail. And so I will tell you more about that. It's my first time ever having kombucha. Have you ever had kombucha, Barb? You've never heard of ginger beer. Okay, so I'm glad you said that. So I knew about ginger beer. Again, this is not beer, it's just called ginger beer. And I should have done some research about why it's called ginger beer, but it's non-alcoholic, and it's a very important component of Moscow mules. So my sister really likes, and my nieces like Moscow mules. And there is, I think vodka is the main liquor in that, but there is ginger beer that's put in it. And that is not if it has any alcohol, it's minimal, but it's not considered alcoholic, so you don't have to be a certain age to purchase it. So yes, so I'm very excited to try kombucha. Kombucha has a lot of great health benefits as well. So yeah, so let's dig in. Yeah.
So ginger beer.
Wait, let me put this on you because they're never going to hear. They're never going to hear it. So let me get Hubs mic'd up. He's in his exercise.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you just want to hold it?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. There you go. Let me turn it on. Is it on? Nope. No, it's not on. 1 second, friends. Let me go here so they don't think I left you. Just a sec. Here we go.
So ginger beer is a drink originating from England where sugar, ginger, water, and sometimes lemon were fermented and brewed with a starter culture called the ginger beer plant.
Interesting.
There you go.
So does it say it has any trace of alcohol? Because kombucha has a trace amount of alcohol.
Resulting in a brew with about 11% alcohol. This also explains the word beer as part of the name. So
yeah, well, this does not, though. I know this doesn't. Maybe some are. You know what? I think that's what I think. My sister told me that some ginger beer are alcoholic and some are not.
That's true.
This is not.
That is true. It says, despite its name, traditional ginger beer is not alcoholic. It gets its name from the fermentation process that's used in production, which is similar to the brewing process for beer. So
yeah, and any of the ginger beer that we're using is non-alcoholic because that was the whole purpose of it. So there is some that can be alcoholic. So interesting. Well, let's begin. The first one is called a Little Thyme Off. Hi, DS. We're talking about mocktails. We're talking about ginger beer, and we're talking about kombucha. So our first one is called, I love the name. I love a play on words, a Little Thyme Off. So it's got simple ingredients, and so you'll see I've got some new glasses. So I've always had one of these, and I asked for some over Christmas, so I got some more of these, and I got some mini ones, so I'll show you. So I'm so excited about my new glassware that I received over the holidays. So welcome, DS. Thank you for joining the stream. So our first one, a Little Thyme Off, has lemon juice, 1 ounce, and I have the links below of all of these recipes. So it's 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce of thyme simple syrup. Now you might have remembered around the holidays we made this simple syrup that had thyme, and this one has honey. So this one's a little bit different than what she used because it has honey in there also, but that's the one I'm going to be using. And then 4 to 5 ounces of ginger beer. So let me see a little bit about DS. Wonderful. And DS says hello, Andy. He says hello. He's way in the back. So let's get started on this first one. Now, one of the things she said, and this is one by Anders Ericsson. And this is the one, and he said during the video, first let me get some ice for this. Oh, I have all my ice here. I forgot I did that. So let me get some ice in here. Okay. So one of the things he said in preparing for this is we're going to shake a little bit of the lemon juice and thyme simple syrup together. He said don't shake too long. This is just to get them mixed and slightly chilled. If you shake it too long, apparently it's going to become slush. So that is an important thing to remember. And I do need to get my bottle opener. And by the way, it is cold today, so I am definitely feeling winter right now. Let me get the ginger beer open. I'm just using Fever Tree's ginger beer. So I already have my 1 ounce of lemon juice measured out, and then I'm going to do an ounce of this. Oh, and there's a couple snacks out there for you if you want. Yeah. So an ounce of the thyme simple syrup. And I'm just going to shake it just for a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy with this. I just want to get it combined. Okay, I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to pour this here into my glass. And then I'm going to top it off with the ginger beer. Okay. And then, and I forgot will you get me this little spoon that's over there? That one. I'm going to stir it just a little bit to get it combined, and then I have some garnish of some thyme, some fresh thyme, as well as a lemon wheel. So let me just give this a little stir. So this is a very light colored mocktail. And it was quite, if you want to see a very humorous, well, first of all, I think y'all know I really enjoy Anders Eriksson. He makes great cocktails, and he's really fun to watch. And he's got a great sense of humor, and it was funny because being a bartender, every time he made one, he was saying, oh, and this would be maybe great to add such and such liquor to it. And he goes, no, I got to stop doing this. These are all about the mocktails. So that's kind of funny. So this is a Little Thyme Off. You can see. That's how gorgeous is that? Now, the true test is in the tasting. So I'm going to taste it, and Hubs is going to taste it. Do you have your microphone so you can give comments over there?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I think it's over there, babe.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to like it so much because I think Anders talked about it's kind of like a fancy lemonade. It definitely, with the lemon juice and the simple syrup, gives off that lemonade vibe, but has the thyme and the honey, so it's a little different. I love the aromatics. I highly recommend if you're doing a mocktail, have something not just to look pretty, but it gives you the aromatics that you get from cocktails of the thyme and lemon. Let me take one more.
I like lemonade. Why wouldn't I like it?
Well, you sometimes get a little too puckery with things.
Oh, it's that. Okay.
Right, and the ginger beer kind of helps lighten it all up. Oh, our lemon wheel is kind of going.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I think it's tasty.
like
I can't remember, and I won't do this, but I can't remember what he had, the spirit that he thought might be good in there. I don't remember if it was vodka, or maybe even said gin. But we're gonna stop talking about that because we're focusing on dry January. So that is our first one. So I think that's great, especially if you're looking for a refreshing mocktail. I think that's delicious.
You could use dry gin in it.
We could use 0 proof gin. And by the way, when I was looking up some information about, there's this wine that is at our nearby market called Toast. It's T-O-S-T. The O has, I can't remember what that's called, the 2 dots on top. And it's a fermented drink. And they have flavor profiles. They are not wine, but they are to give you the kind of the feeling of wine without the alcohol. But they are not wine. Let me just be clear. And I was asking the fellow when I was checking out, and I said, oh, I just saw these. I haven't noticed them because, they're really popular right now. Yeah. And he said that people are buying them. So I told Hubs that I would be trying them sometime this month, and I'll let you know. I'll let you know how they are. I know, doesn't it look good? And I love the play on words too. Eugenia, Happy New Year, welcome. We have DS and Barb on. And Archie, it is alcoholic. It's Alcoholics Anonymous. We're doing mocktails. Look at this, Arch. Isn't that beautiful? A lovely mocktail. I keep saying cocktail, but it's a mocktail. A Little Thyme Off. And he likes the play on words too, just because it's like a little time off of being dry January. So that's our first one. Our next one I had last night when I was feeling fancy. So I'm going to make a different version of it, and I'll tell you about the original version. And this one, I'm going to put in our typical glass we've used. Of course, you can use any glass. That doesn't really matter. And let me bring some over. So I have more of the regular ginger beer because I wasn't sure how much I would need for that one. But this is a apple cider forward mocktail. And what I thought was really interesting about this one, let me just take this ice out of there. Give it a quick rinse. What I thought was interesting about this one is it used, again, ginger. Ginger is a big theme in most of these. And I don't know if it's just because I like ginger, but you'll see it. So we're adding some ginger and shaking it up with our cider. So let me get a little ice in here. What's that? There's a lot of ginger. And I mean, I cook a lot with ginger because I make a lot of Asian foods, so it works. A lot of us hopefully have ginger. So in this one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding 6 ounces, and this was a little bit much, but you know what? We'll just do this. No, I'm going to reduce it. So I'm going to put about 4 ounces of, let me get a little cup measure, 4 ounces of apple juice. Let me see here. You'd think I would have gotten used to this one by now. Okay. All right. I'm sure it's not because my eyes are getting old. I'm sure that that's not the reason. So I'm just going to juice this one a little bit. So it says 6 ounces of apple cider, and then you can actually put a little knob of ginger in there and shake it to get the gingery stuff off. But I could do that. But you all know that I love my ginger paste. So what I did is I just put a little squish of fresh ginger in there, and that gave me all that ginger boost I needed. And then we're going to shake that up. There we go. So get that shaken. And of course, we know from shaking cocktails that it incorporates air, it gives the liquid some more body. So it's kind of a nice thing to do with our mocktails too. All right, so then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to get this filled with ice. And then last night I used a regular ginger beer, and it was really nice. It was easy to drink. I enjoyed it. But at the store, they had this other ginger beer, and it was a blood orange ginger beer. And I was fascinated. There was only one left because I think they probably just have it seasonally, and I thought, I'm nabbing it. What I like is it said on the label, if I can see, that it's juicy and spicy. Well, you all know I love spicy. So I'm going to try it tonight with this one. Again, it's very good with the regular ginger beer, but I'm going to try it with this blood orange. I don't know why the blood orange ginger beer becomes spicy, because blood oranges aren't spicy, but we will see. So I'm going to pour this over my ice, making sure, I'm going to stop because I know I need some room for that ginger beer. And we're going to pour that over. Ooh, whoops, that's nice and fizzy. I actually want to do it a little bit, because I want to get a good dose of that in there. The ginger beer kind of lightens up the apple cider, which is nice. And then for garnish, I'm going to put in apple and a cinnamon stick. So I thought that would be nice. So let me show that to you. There is our apple cider mocktail. And let's give this a taste. I'm going to check out the chat, see what you all are gabbing about. Ooh. So I had this last night, and I mean, I still go with the regular ginger beer, but I actually like this one a little better. And last night I did not shake it, and I like shaking it because I like shaking it. But I like shaking it because it lightened up the apple juice. Because apple juice is kind of thick and it's delicious,
good.
But that's
Both good.
Yeah.
That would be good with vodka too.
Don't listen to him. Dry January. But yeah, I would even like to have a little bit more. This is delightful. This blood orange ginger beer, really good. Oh, that's great. Both of them. So one thing I learned from making it last night when I was feeling lazy but fancy, and tonight, is shaking it with the ice, it does help lighten up the juice a little bit.
Well,
so
because they're diluting it, right?
well, right, but juice, for me, I'm not a huge juice person. Like, juice gets heavy for me. It sounds weird. I don't mind it being mixed in drinks, but if it's a juice-heavy drink, it just kind of feels cloying. So, like, it's amazing how shaking it with the ginger really, it gave me what I wanted, which is lovely. So let me see what y'all are chatting about. Marcy, hey, welcome to the stream. Let me see here. We've got so many wonderful people on. We've got Eugenia, Barb. We have DS and Archie. I'm just looking there. Happy New Year to all of you. Oh my gosh, y'all making my night. This is wonderful. And by the way, Arch, I told Hubs about the Sunday evening chat thing, so we will get on there one of these, I promise you. I know this Sunday I'm streaming, so if you do it this Sunday, it might be tricky because I tend to be bushed after the streaming, but we'll see. But we will get on one of these times, I promise. And let me just see who, oh, Archie, are you waterlogged yet? Are you lots of rain, Arch? We actually, oh my goodness. Oh, Arch, you're hysterical. Archie's making comments about your sweatshirt, love.
My sweatshirt?
Well, he came from working out, so Eugenia, you're joining us. Yes, Eugenia said, having dry January because I spent too much on after Christmas clearance. Oh my gosh. Yes, we can do dry January in all sorts of ways, right? Laying off and Hubs is trying damp January. That's a thing. It really is. We can do dry January on not only alcohol, but on spending too, right, Eugenia? And we are going to be in for a lot of rain over here. There's a big storm system that is working its way across the country, and it's going to hit here Saturday, but we'll get mostly rain, and then we're apparently getting a bigger storm on Tuesday after that with lots more rain. So send a little prayer up for us. I was shaking like a Polaroid picture, wasn't I? So Hubs,
Yeah.
What alcohol did you suggest in the apple one?
Vodka.
Yeah, I agree. I think vodka, because we do one with apple cider vodka and lime. So I do think vodka goes nice. And also a mule has vodka and ginger beer, so like that kind of all works.
But I agree with gin and the other one.
Yeah, I think gin would be good with that one.
Vodka would be fine too, but gin would be.
Yeah, but I mean, I do like the flavors of that. All right, so friends, we're moving along. Now the one I'm really, really, really excited about, and I need to get this ready, and it's my Blackberry Maple Mojito. Very, very excited about this one. So let me get this rinsed so we don't have apple cider Blackberry Mojito. Get that all rinsed, and let's begin this. Let me tidy up because I got a lot of ginger beer all over the place. My goodness, let's move this out of the way and bring my next. I was so thrilled. I don't know if this is New Year, New Leaf, but I was super organized with this one. So feeling inspired to be ready for y'all. So I have it all on a plate. Look at this. Look at this. I should have taken pictures of all these things. And so we don't need this plate anymore. So this is for our Blackberry Maple Mojito. And I'm going to bring over here some delicious maple syrup. You definitely want to use the real maple syrup for this. I would not use any of that corn syrup stuff. That would be terrible. So, but yes, you could play around with different simple syrups if you don't have maple syrup. That's something you could do with some different flavor profiles. So in our Blackberry Maple Mojito, we are going to be using blackberry puree, but I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way and just use some blackberries. This one, oh, I forgot to tell you, by the way, our apple cider mocktail was by Marissa Moore. That's who was the creator for that. And this cocktail is from Steve the Barman, and he was quite fun to watch. I believe Arch, he's an Englishman, and oh, I don't know if I think he was an Englishman. And, but in any event, he was great because as he talked about making the cocktail, he was talking from a bartender's sense, but he also gave really great measurements for someone from home that's just going to do it. So I really appreciate that. So I'm going to smash 5 of the blackberries I'm going to muddle that. And then I am going to be adding, instead of 10 milliliters of maple syrup, I'm going to be adding 15 milliliters because we're using fresh berries. And fresh berries, because he uses a blackberry syrup, fresh blackberries will be a little tartar, so we want to like amp those up. And then you can use 4 lime wedges or 15 milliliters of lime. So I have that measured out. And then 8 to 10 mint leaves. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So first I'm gonna muddle these. Let me get my muddler. Okay, so we're gonna dump 5 of these because the other ones I'm gonna use for the actual drink.
Is that what it's actually called, a muddler?
It is called a muddler. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not to be confused with a mother, whatever that is. All right, and I have a little bit of liquid in there, so I want to get that out. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to get these muddled to get, ooh, juicy. Love it. Oh, shush. Keep his comments away. And then, let's see what people were talking about. Butterscotch schnapps, so I missed that comment. I gotta see what that one was about. Snow. Oh my gosh, Barb, the snow this weekend when we were away at my sister's lake house, it gave me all the feels. It was awesome. It was exactly what I needed. So you can see there's evidence of muddling there.
They were talking that I don't think we're going to get the snow here.
No, we're not going to. I know, Barbara, we're not going to get the snow. It looks like it's all going to be north of us. But you be safe with the flooding that I think is going to come with the next storm. All right, so let me get on this. I'm going to put in 15 milliliters of maple syrup. So let me, and I have this one, which will make it a little bit easier. Let me see here, 15. That's right there. Let me just go like this so I can eye up. I feel like I'm in science class when they told us how to measure things with the beaker. So we have 15 milliliters. Get that all out. And then we're going to get some lime juice, and that's already measured. There we go. And that was 15 milliliters. And then the mint leaves. So I have these already, and you know, we do a good smack. There we go. We put those in. I'm going to get the ice in there. I'm going to get this ice in here for my glass. Get some more ice and get this shaken. I love a good mojito. And I will say, even traditionally, I've never had, oops, we got ice run away. I've never had a blackberry mojito. I've never had that. Okay, so we're gonna put some of this in there. And we are going to shake. And then we have some seltzer water or soda water or club soda. Whoop. And this you want to shake with it. Okay. And this I might, you know what, I'm going to double strain this.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Uh-oh. I think what happened is what Anders was saying might happen the other one. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of liquid to this because it's froze up. I think I have like a blueberry
Did you turn it into
puree.
paste?
I think I got a puree in there. Not my intention. Giving a splash of water so I can get some of this yumminess out of here. That was funny. You know what I think he might have done? I think he might have like done it in the glass, and then the glass was what he poured the soda water, but this is not a glass. Okay. Oh dear. I guess we learn, right? So if you have one of those shakers that is like a glass on the bottom, that would be ideal. Because this,
Can I make a suggestion?
what's that?
Just take the top off and pour it through that.
Yeah, but I have a lot of ice in there, sweetie. Let me just try to get some, oh, and this is gonna be a mess. I hope no, I don't need this for the last cocktail. I'm pretty impressed. I actually planned this well, unintentionally, but because I will not need a shaker for my last cocktail. My shaker is gonna be all blueberry, and that is a word. Right, Hubs? Don't you love the words I create?
Yes.
You love the words I create. Okay, so we're going to try what Hub said, but we're making a royal mess here right now. That's all I know. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Is that working?
Well, it's making a nice old mess.
Yeah, there you go. That's working.
Okay. So I don't. What
like a
would be
blueberry sludge.
What would be your fix for this, babe?
Me?
Yeah, because like this sounds delicious, but it has been a bit
You know what would
messy. What?
help? Rum.
Okay, no, we're doing Georgie. You're right. He's of no help. He's of no help. Okay, now that's beautiful though. Look at that color. So now I'm going to add my seltzer water.
Tasting the blueberries. It's good.
Look how beautiful. Ooh, this one has the color. Wow. Look at that.
You put syrup in there, right?
Mm-hmm. That's gorgeous. I'm not going to lie. That is beautiful. And then I would do a lime wheel and some mint, because smack it. And why not a blackberry there for garnish? Look how gorgeous that is.
That's a pretty drink.
Look how gorgeous that is. That is our blackberry, our non-alcoholic blackberry maple mojito.
Cool.
Let's try this.
All right.
Did you tried the other ones, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Did you stir it after you put the seltzer in?
I did. I don't know if I did. Yeah, I did. I did stir it because I was stirring it saying how beautiful it was. See, he makes me doubt myself, friends.
Okay.
I stirred it. It was on. Friends, did I not stir it? I stirred it. Uh-oh. See, that's what happens. Now I
We
put a
can
little more in.
Throw the flag, the review flag.
Okay, friends, did I stir it after I poured it? Who's chopping time? It's very refreshing. I'm totally missing the rum. Not gonna lie. That's the first one where I was really, so it's delicious, but I'm, okay, so I've got, think about this. I love a mojito, and I've got this lime and mint, and my nose is going, and it's just waiting for like that taste, right? So this would be phenomenal with rum. I don't really taste the maple.
Did you have
wait.
syrup in there?
Yeah, maple,
Okay.
maple syrup.
Okay.
But like I don't really taste the maple. I think you could totally use whatever simple syrup. The maple flavor doesn't come through.
Yeah.
But boy, would some rum be good in there. And I didn't feel that way about these. I do agree with Hubs. I think gin would be nice in that. But like this seemed special. I think the ginger beer actually does something with like, I think that's the fermentation or something that just gives you, it just has a tang to it that is, I don't know, it kind of satisfies the interest. So this is gorgeous
And it's very refreshing.
and refreshing.
If it was me, I would not do the maple syrup. I would do regular simple syrup, and I would put a little bit more. I think just a little bit more.
See, he likes sweet. I told you that. All right, so
Sweet
this
guy.
is this is gorgeous though, as you can see. It's gorgeous and delicious. I'm being honest. I'm missing the rum on that one, and I do think part of that is the fact that I enjoy mojitos, so that's bringing me all that memory, but I don't taste the rum. So anyway, so there's that. Now the last one is my first try of kombucha. So let me tell you a little bit about that. And I will be the first to tell you that I don't know a lot about that because I've never had kombucha. I just know it's a fermented drink, and I know the place where I bought this, which is our nearby market. They have a ton of them right now, which I'm sure is intentional with Dry January. And then these are the other new glasses we got. So now we have, for Christmas, we have tall ones and small ones. So I love our new glassware. I'm super excited about it. All right, so let me just move. Let me see, because I want to make sure y'all can see stuff, but I want to make sure we can see. So let me move this a little bit like that. And our new cocktail is over here. Okay, and let me check the chat. So what was the butter? I missed the butternuts, the butterscotch, not the butternut schnapps, the butterscotch schnapps. That sounds delicious though. I'm glad you're enjoying these mocktails, DS. They are really cool. Let's see here. Okay, I'm just trying to see. Archie wanted me to tell you to remind you who is doing the stream, whose name is on this.
That's true.
And who's the brains in the partnership? Yes, you're right, Archie. Absolutely.
I make I have no
Yes,
I have
and
no idea.
it's so funny you said that, DS. I have not forgotten about your prize at all. It was funny. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, I've got to get DS's prize. And part of it's just been the nature of the holidays. We had family in. Then we were at my sister's lake house. So did you buy the prize? Anyway, but I will let you know when it's on its way, though. I promise that. So that is on my next to-do list. That is on my January to-do list. So I'm glad you brought that up. So anyway, so kombucha is a fermented. I thought you might look up about kombucha instead of washing dishes, because I do know it's a fermented drink. It has live cultures. This is the one I got by Movement. And there's all different flavors. I mean, and kombucha is supposed to actually be quite healthy for you. I think it's like I don't know if it's probiotics or, I don't really know, but I've just heard it's supposed to be healthy for you. And this is grapefruit, lemon, verbena. So the one thing I realized with kombucha, you're gonna have what you have and what's available to you. I mean, you can't control all of what's gonna be at your fingertips. Now, I got this, and I'll let you talk in just a quick second. I got this one from Skinny Taste, and she talked about that there's tons of combinations you could do with different kombucha and different juices. So just play around and kind of enjoy the journey with that. And even going there, I saw so many different ones that I want to try in the future. But tell us more about what kombucha is.
Kombucha is a fermented black or green tea and sugar mixture. So it has a light, effervescent, bubbly profile. Active yeast changes the sugar during bacterial fermentation, so there are trace amounts of alcohol in the beverage.
Trace, yes.
Very, very trace.
But it's considered non-alcoholic,
right.
yeah.
There are also hard kombucha products on the market that have a higher level of alcohol, which this is not.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, these are all, anyone can buy these. They're just in the store. So these are not. So this is basically, the idea is same parts juice and kombucha. Okay, so on this one I'm going to do grapefruit juice because I did not have the exact kombucha that she had in her recipe. So I thought it sounded good to have the grapefruit, lemon, verbena, I'm not sure how we say it, and some grapefruit juice. And then so half and half, so equal parts. And then for aromatics, I love rosemary. So I'm very excited to put the rosemary in there. So I do want to try to get the proportions right. So I am going to use that one, this one here, to measure, because I really would I think the proportions are going to be, they can play around with them, but generally I want them kind of in the same ballpark. So I'm going to put in, I'm going to start with like 2 ounces. Where's that? Yeah, I'm going to start with like 2 ounces of each. I'm going to put that in. And actually, I'm going to do it here because then I can stir it and then I can pour it. I'm just talking with y'all. There we go. Ooh, bubbly. And I think the fact that it is bubbly and fermented is part of what people like. It gives you that something, kind of like the ginger beer did in those others that I enjoyed that kind of felt special. Look at that gorgeous color. Perfect. So for this size glass, 2 ounces was perfect. There we go, and that great rosemary. So this is my grapefruit and grapefruit lemon verbena kombucha cocktail, or mocktail, excuse me. And this is from Skinny Taste. Again, not the specifics that I chose, but the idea of halvesies.
Wow, this is.
Oh, that's really
I
interesting.
guess it makes sense since it's made out of tea. It only has 10 calories.
That's really interesting. So it just, yeah, I mean, it tastes, I can see why kombucha is big in dry January, because it really gives this feel, even though there's not much alcohol in it, of just, oh, he's not, because it's got a lot of sour. He's not a sour guy. But you know what I want to do? I want to actually just try this over ice. I want to just try that first and just see what that's like. No, it's not cold though. Oh, sure. Oh, he's so smart. It doesn't look as pretty.
That's on tape.
Did I do that on tape? I think I want to take back that remark.
Too late.
Okay. Just get a little bit, maybe one more. There we go. Okay, get that cold. So this is just the straight kombucha. Oh, well, You're not going to like that. It's punchy. So I know a lot of people that like kombucha, and they're all different flavors, and I can taste the tea. And again, there was a flavor that was more fruity, like this is lemony, that was more, I think, red fruit or something. That is my next one I wanted to get. Or maybe, did I get it? I might have gotten it. 1 second, friends, because I think I bought it. Oh, I did get it.
It's like a stream of consciousness with you.
Look at this. Look how pretty this is. I forgot all about that. I bought this. This is Baba's Bucha. Baba's Bucha Kombucha. And it's called Ruby Sipper. And this one, and what's cool about these Baba's ones that they give the flavor profile behind it. So this one was with vibrant notes of tart cherries and cranberries. So I think the tartness is like kind of the point with it, the tea, but then the tartness. So this one I thought tasted really, or looked really good. Should we taste it? Hello?
What?
Should we? I think we should taste it.
Sure.
Because this has a twist on, so we can actually keep it pretty nice. Although Hubs is very fussy about his soda being extra. Look how nice and fizzy that is. So that's part of, I think, what makes it seem special, is it just gives you the effervescent. Ooh, that's interesting. It's funky. It's not as tart as that one.
It smells bad.
It's fermented. That's why it's the fermentation. It's. I mean, honestly.
Oh, it smells horrible.
It doesn't smell horrible.
It tastes better than it
Kombucha is funky. Like I knew enough about that because not everyone likes that. I like this one better though.
It smells like
What would this one be good with? I think this might be good with maybe
the trash, the sink.
cranberry juice. Oh.
I don't know.
No, I like this one. And the cranberry juice would mask the smell. So does this one smell though? No, the verbena. That comes off. This one is funky smelling, but I like the taste better.
It smells like a foot.
Oh, stop. Does not smell like an armpit. So this was so interesting. So which ones were your favorites?
I like the first two. The third one I actually really liked too. That was very refreshing. It was I would use simple syrup with this.
Well, you don't need the maple syrup. I would use whatever is easier
I'd
for
use
you.
simple syrup, and I would probably do a little bit more, and then I think it would be great.
Okay. All right.
And then this one was okay.
Okay.
But those two I really like. That one would be easy to tweak for me. What about you?
So, I gotta taste them all again. 1 second. Oh, I really like that one. Okay, and I remember what those are. All right. This one is delightful. I just made me actually miss what usually is in it.
Okay.
I'm gonna make that with rum this spring, definitely. I just, the Blackberry Mojito thing, I'm like, oh, that would be so good.
Don't lie. You're going to be doing that right after this.
I'm not. No, because I'm not doing damp January. I'm doing dry January. I mean, it's delicious. I don't know. Like, I just feel like
You need some rum.
I just feel like I'm so used to a mojito having rum, and it gives me all of the aromas and everything. I like this one better tonight than the one I did last night. And it's not that the ginger beer, I think shaking it actually was good to do to lighten up the apple juice. And I know it's dilution, but it really does. It helps it not seem so juicy, if that makes sense.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1 second. And then I really like, if you can find your hands or get your hands on at any point, even if it's not till next year, this blood orange ginger beer. This is I really like this. So this I will look for next year because I think that was the last bottle. But it also is good with the regular ginger beer. So yeah, I think these two, this one is most, this is, I don't know. It's a tie between those two. I really like those two. I did like that one. I like the kombucha. I want to try some different ones. I want to try this with some cranberry juice. I think that would be interesting. So I'll do that on Twitter or on Instagram. And maybe I'll make a little a little short of it so you guys could see that. But yeah, I'm very excited I tried it. Honestly, my biggest takeaway from all this is ginger beer, because we were talking about this before the stream. As a rule, I actually was not that into ginger beer because I didn't like the Moscow mules, but I like it. Like, I'm kind of a new convert. I like the ginger beer. So I just think it's something I don't usually drink, so it makes it seem special here at Dry January, and just makes, if you feel like a little something fancy, you know, before a nice dinner or when you're coming home from work on the weekend, like, I would do this. So yeah, I really, again, this is delicious, just missed the rum. Nothing else did I really miss the alcohol, but this one I did, just because I think rum is such a profile. So that's about it. So how about you?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So Hubs first, second, third, fourth. All right. I don't think he's a kombucha. He's not a kombucha fan.
1 and 2 are like 1 and 1A.
Absolutely. So friends, I will tell you, my next stream is on Sunday, and it's another grandma recipe. So my grandma has this recipe that is crazy, but I've never made it. And it's so simple. It's pork and sauerkraut. And but it's her recipe that she does. It's a New Year's meal, but we're not having it on New Year's Day, but we're having it in New Year's month. And I'm really excited to make it. My mom and dad were talking about it when we were all together at the holidays. I actually made them her signature dish, which was chicken paprikash. I made some, which, you know, I grew up with my mom making it, my grandma making it, and I made spetzels. I hadn't made them in a while because I frankly did not enjoy making spetzels, and mine always came out terrible. So I bought a spetzel maker, and it changed my world. So on Sunday, not only am I making pork and sauerkraut, I'm making spetzels to have with it. It'll be our treat meal for the weekend, and I will show you my spetzel maker. And it is inexpensive, and it pumped out spetzels like you wouldn't believe, and they were fabulous. The best spetzels I've ever made, and frankly, some of the best spetzels I've ever had. So highly recommend it. Plus, you'll get my grandma's spetzel recipe on Sunday too. So, oh my goodness, Eugenia, Barbara, Marcy, DS, Archie, and I don't know if anybody else popped on. I think that was it. Thank you all for coming on. Happy New Year. Foodie friends, we've got a brand new year, 2024, and I can't wait to see what you all make and share. And just from Hubs and I, sending love out to you. And until we eat or drink again, see y'all, friends.